Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy and I am making weekly videos about manifesting the life of a successful author. You may hear and or see a four-legged little brother of mine as I'm dog sitting, but nonetheless, we will make this happen. Let's get started. I see myself having genuine and in-depth conversations with individuals that have platforms that can influence and are looking to make the human experience easier and better for the next person. I see myself going to different cities and states and countries safely, freely, and joyfully, having conversations about the meaning of life, how to find inner peace within oneself, and then honor the purpose or the reason that you're here. I see myself sitting on an airplane, having conversations with a stranger and helping steer their life in the best direction possible, pulling what's already on the inside of them out in a good way or with good intent, so that way they can release the things that may be holding them back to live the life that they deserve. I see myself having conversations with individuals and groups of people about why life can be difficult sometimes, that is, as it is necessary for bad things to happen, or what we perceive as bad things to happen, in order to redirect us or reorient us towards the reason that we're here, which is our purpose. I see myself having conversations with celebrities, not so that I could be seen, but so that way they can live the life that will allow those who look to them that is positively influencing. I love the idea of being a phone call away from someone who can influence people positively and who genuinely wants to live the life that is of peace and of purpose, and being the best person that they can for themselves and those around them. I love the idea of people walking up to me and saying, "Wow, I read your book and my perspective on life changed, and I will forever be grateful." I love the idea of having people walk up to me and saying, "I read your book. I've been through some of the things that you've been through. I thought that I was alone, but I see that you made it out, so I know that I can make it out." Not so that I could be seen or put on a pedestal, but just as confirmation that I'm doing or honoring my purpose in life, which is to help people operate at their highest potential through self-awareness. I wanted to get that visualization out of the way because it is creating alignment. When you visualize, when you affirm, when you invoke the feeling of what you're trying to manifest, it creates alignment between you and where you are in the current and present moment with what you're trying to accomplish in what we perceive as the future. If you've ever been bowling, you know that there are lanes or arrows that are guides to hitting pins, right? And your goal in creating alignment is to throw the ball down the right or with the right arrow in order to get a strike. What that means is when you wake up in the morning, during your lunch, on your break, in the car, when you're with your friends, your family, your significant other, right before you go to bed, every opportunity that you get, you are creating alignment between what you want to manifest and yourself in the present moment. It doesn't mean that where you are in the present moment is directly aligned with what you want to manifest. In other words, if you want to manifest the life of being debt-free, it doesn't mean that you have to be debt-free. It just means that you have to believe wholeheartedly that you are debt-free. You have to invoke that feeling. You have to see it. You have to feel it. You have to taste it. You have to touch it as if it's already done. And when you create that alignment, flow has the opportunity to happen. And to me, flow is allowing time and chance to cross and jumping headfirst into each opportunity. Each opportunity may not look like what you're trying to manifest, but it is chaos or life's way of moving you closer to what you want. So in other words, if you want to be debt free, You wake up in the morning, you visualize it, you affirm it, you speak it, you write it down, you tell everybody I'm debt free. And then every time that time and chance comes and an opportunity presents itself, that may be a job to learn a certain skill, or to go out with someone, or to do something that may not necessarily be about becoming debt-free, you jump into it. But when you jump into it knowing I am debt-free. I am making decisions that will help me become debt-free. I feel debt-free. Money comes freely and frequently to me, and I manage it well. That alignment and that flow consistently will create you being debt-free. The thing that I feel people get caught up on is manifesting is not just putting something on a vision board. It is not simply saying I am debt free and expecting it to happen. No, it is everything that we go through in the human experience in alignment with what you want and in flow with what you want. I hope that makes sense. So when I visualized at the beginning of this video, that was me aligning myself with becoming a successful author. I said what it was, I said what it felt like, I gave specifics of what I want to happen, and I invoked the feeling of what it will feel like when it does happen. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be exactly like that, but it's creating alignment. And flow, maybe I may not have the opportunity to go to an author's conference. Maybe I don't have the opportunity to go to a networking event. But when I'm at work, or when I'm out to eat, or when I am maybe sitting next to a stranger, maybe that feeling of being a successful author bubbles up. And that might be a sign to have a conversation with someone, because you never know. Maybe they might be the person or the gateway into what you want. And when you continuously work towards creating alignment and flow, alignment and flow, alignment and flow, eventually you'll look up and you'll be living the life that you want to manifest. The difference between hard work and manifesting is alignment and flow. Hard work is about blood, sweat, and tears, right? And you're going to need that as you're manifesting. But the difference is, again, making sure that you're consciously aligning yourself with what you want. And every time an opportunity presents itself, you put yourself in flow by seeing it, visualizing it, writing it down, invoking the feeling, and stepping into each opportunity with what you want in mind. One thing that I want you to be mindful of is ensuring that that gut feeling of when it is right to jump and when it is not right to jump is something that you listen to. So in other words, if time and chance cross, creating an opportunity, and you don't feel like you're in flow, listen. Because sometimes life is testing you. Sometimes life can present opportunities or options, and choosing the right or wrong option can lead to a different set of events that may not be directly aligned with what you want to manifest, but will eventually get you there once you get through the lesson that's intended to learn in that circumstance with that person, if people are involved. One day, I was walking to the airport with my mom, actually, and I just got the feeling of I'm going to share a successful story about my being an author with the person who was checking my mom's bag in. And I don't know this person. Literally, it was the ticket person at the airlines that my mom was using. And I was like, hey, do you want to see the most recent proof of my book cover? And she was like, yeah, sure. Why not? So I pulled up my phone and I showed it to her, and she was like, oh, that's really nice. And she said, what was it about? And I was like, well, I'm writing a series called the Peace and Purpose series. And it is about finding inner peace and identifying your purpose in life. And she paused and she said, I've been looking for books like that. Earlier that day, I invoked the feeling of what being a successful author felt like and looked like. And that created alignment. And in that moment, I put myself in flow by jumping into that opportunity. It was just a little inkling, right? Just a little feeling of you should say something, right? Another thing that I'll say is when you're manifesting a specific thing, be mindful of what you're asking for knowingly and unknowingly, because you never know how that may create a ripple effect in your life, because life uses circumstances and people, what we perceive as good and bad, to make things happen. So be mindful of that, but also look for validation or confirmation, whether it's the same numbers or the same person or the same car or the same house, whatever it might be that is consistent. Maybe it's the same bird or the same type of bug. Life is always whispering and nudging, right? So look for those as well. I hope that what you take from this video is, one, you have to create alignment and you have to be in flow with what you're trying to manifest. Be mindful of what you ask for, as circumstances and people, which are perceived as good, bad, and ugly, are used to manifest used to bring about what you're trying to manifest. And also look for the confirmation or validation along the way. No, it doesn't happen overnight. No, it isn't always easy. No, it may not come about in the way that you expect it, but it is possible. We're all connected to a source that is incomprehensible and limitless. And when we take a moment to meditate through grounding exercises, pulling ourselves into the present moment, we tap into our highest sense of self. And by leading or allowing our highest sense of self to lead, we can make conscious decisions in alignment with what we're trying to manifest. My encouragement is to manifest a life of peace and purpose, but to each their own. I hope months from now, I look at this video. No, not I hope. Months from now, I will look back on this video and I will see that I was on the right path. I may be at an author conference. I may be at a networking event. I may be sitting next to my significant other. I may be at work watching this video. I don't know where I will be, but I will be in total alignment and feel that I'm in flow with manifesting the life of a successful author. I hope that this helps you. Have a great day.